I recently received a strange email with nothing but a YouTube link. Upon clicking it, it led me to some odd Minecraft footage. I had nothing better to do at the time, so I figured I'd continue watching to... Wait. Is that...
Hello and welcome to Podcraft, the podcast that takes place in Minecraft. Today, I am discussing Minecraft ARGs. I find Minecraft ARGs to be pretty interesting, and I think it's kind of odd how so many have come out recently. I mean, seriously, like if you look at all of the recent ones, their upload dates are all within like a year, give or take. Anyways, I'm going to talk about them. So let's see. The
Minecraft world doesn't exist. Whatever you do at the crossroads, don't turn left. This is the first line in a book Avery claims he never wrote. 2 weeks ago, Avery the Mayor uploaded a video showing a mine he never built.
Alright, well, I can't watch all of them because there are a great many, and I don't have that much time on my hands. So, I just watched some of the more well-known ones, and I'm going to be mostly just talking about those. But to start this off, I think this all originated from the Herobrine creepypasta. That was the first real mainstream Minecraft story. I'm not sure if it would really be considered an ARG, but I think that if it weren't for Herobrine, at least some of these ARGs as they exist today probably wouldn't exist. And I think it's funny because, if I remember correctly, Herobrine originated from this White Eyes creepypasta, which originated from 2 white dots in a video upload of, I think it was the Disc 13 audio, which I just think is funny because if it weren't for those 2 white dots in that disc audio YouTube video, then we probably wouldn't have Herobrine, and we probably wouldn't have a lot of these Minecraft ARGs today as they are today. Which I just think it's funny. Now, what I consider to be the first actual Minecraft ARG is... that title probably goes to Old Root, but I don't know a lot about it, and I'm not even going to try, because there is just so much, so much, just code after code. I think I was like 7 when when the first video about it came out, and I don't even know what I'm looking at when I'm seeing stuff about it. I don't know what it's about. I don't think anyone's really figured it out even. And, I mean, the creator even gave up on it, I think. So, who knows? I've seen theories that it's about a lost lover. I've seen theories that it's just about death in general. I have no idea. There's a lot of Edgar Allan Poe references, a lot of obscure decoding things that needed to be done to get things figured out, and no one's figured it out yet, and it's just a mess. But yeah, I think Old Root was the first Minecraft ARG. And it's interesting, because that was like 10 years ago, 11, and I don't really remember any other really prevalent ARGs popping up until this last year or two. So, I don't know. It's kind of interesting. My theory for why Minecraft ARGs are so prevalent nowadays is because maybe it was just 1 or 2 people made some and they really hit it off, and so everyone else followed suit. Because it is an interesting way of storytelling, Minecraft. Because there's a lot of stuff you can do with Minecraft. There's mods, you can build whatever, it's a very creatively freeing experience, or whatever, I don't know I don't know what I'm trying to say. I hope y'all get it. There's a lot of stuff you can do. It's a very malleable platform, Minecraft is, and you can do a lot of stuff with it. Anyways, the first Minecraft ARG that I remember learning about was the Don't Look at the Moon ARG. The story where the guy was making a Minecraft iceberg chart and ended up losing his mind to some obscure Minecraft theories about the moon, or hoaxes, or whatever. But I guess in the story of the Don't Look at the Moon thing, they weren't entirely hoaxes, but the story was mostly just this guy falling into madness. And as far as I've read from people with knowledge in psychology and stuff, it was actually a pretty good representation of people with hallucinations or whatever, that kind of stuff. And from what I've seen, it's a pretty good story. All things considered, it's not that popular, I don't think. I mean, it's not one of the really, really well-known ones. But I think it's the first one I heard about, and it's pretty cool. I like how it started from a Minecraft iceberg chart to kind of false sense of security kind of thing there. I don't know. Like a sense that it's normal and then it turns into an ARG. I think that's kind of cool. Also, before I continue, I've been playing around with different settings in OBS, so I am hoping that my audio and visuals are better than they were for the pilot episode of this podcast. We'll see. I hope it turns out good. And I hope it's easier to listen to, easier to watch. Anyways, another Minecraft ARG that I've watched is the story of there were two kids in the house, or the Minecraft Alpha channel that was always live streaming. I think that one was a pretty cool story, and I really like the twist. I like how they implemented the codes and stuff, and I like the utilization of an actual Google account. And like I said, the plot twist where it turns out that the person doing the live streams was not the person that was rescued by the police. I didn't see that coming, and it was a pretty cool twist, if I do say so myself. Then there's the Finding a Player Who Doesn't Exist ARG, which is one of the few something doesn't exist things, ARGs that I'm going to be discussing here. That's weird. I don't know why, why are there so many Minecraft ARGs that are just da-da-da-da-da that doesn't exist? I mean, I guess it's just another thing. I mean, Wi-Fi's things were pretty popular, so I guess they were taking after the titles of that too. So I guess that makes sense. It's just, I don't know. It's just another interesting thing I've noticed. Anyways, Finding a Player Who Doesn't Exist. Story of this person who has their friend on Minecraft in a Minecraft server, Eternal, and they're all hanging out, and then this friend, I think his name was Alex, he used to be on all the time, but then he suddenly disappeared, and it turns out he was part of this weird government mind control thing. I think it was a pretty interesting concept, the government mind control stuff, and the utilization of ciphers and such to make sure that the guy under mind control wasn't distracted by any of the messages sent by anyone else in the server. And then he just ended up being in a hole somewhere trying to dig bedrock. And I liked the ending with it, where it ended with the narrator just force quitting the server so that the guy was no longer breaking the bedrock and was therefore, I guess, no longer mind controlled. It was a pretty nice ending. Then there's the Simon 12 ARG, which I think was pretty cool, with the fake Angelo and the Herobrine's brother, or whatever it was. It was just generally creepy, and I like the reimagining of the Herobrine summoning statue thing. And I like how we hardly ever actually saw the Herobrine entity thing. It was just like that one instance of the eyes, and then beyond that, it was just either the fake Angelo or weird sounds or happenstances, which, like, it really built up the eerie atmosphere of things and made it creepier without it being, oh, jump scare, spooky, you know. Then there's Hired to Watch a server that doesn't exist, which I thought was pretty cool, with all those corrupted blocks and corrupted worlds and stuff, and the watchdog thing. And I think it was interesting how the people writing to each other was corrupted weirdly with X's in place of certain letters and stuff. And it was implied that the main character, even though we saw his writing as normal, the other players saw his writing as the weird X'd out stuff too. And I really like the twist at the end, where it turns out he didn't actually get rid of the weird entity thing. I also think the worlds and builds and stuff just look generally pretty cool looking. And the underground tunnels and stuff, those were pretty cool too. Then there's the one that everyone and their mom knows about, the Searching for a World That Doesn't Exist, courtesy of Weethies. I think this one was definitely the most prevalent so far of all the Minecraft ARGs out there. I've definitely seen a ton of fan art and fan animations and all kinds of stuff, like fan edits. It's a very well-loved story, and for good reason, because it's a really cool story. And I am excited to see what happens with the story in the future, if it is to be expanded upon, which I hope so, because there's a lot of stuff that's kind of unanswered about the past with, like, the King in Yellow cult thing. I don't know. Also, Doomed Yowie. That's always fun. The character designs were cool. The concept of the story is really cool, and it's really drew me in. The builds were beautiful, especially in the sequel. Also, I loved the use of different songs and stuff. The songs that Weethies implemented into the story were pretty cool. Home Again, in particular, I really love that one. It makes me feel like I'm slow dancing before the end of the world or something. I find it funny how both Durlord and Avery circumvented certain puzzles by just breaking through blocks. Weethies by far is the most prevalent Minecraft ARG creator, I'd say, at the moment. And I'm excited to see what he does in the future. And I hope to see more of this universe that doesn't exist. Honestly, I'm not that great at talking by myself to a camera. I'm sorry. Like, I really wish I had somebody to talk to interview about this stuff, but I don't really know anyone. I don't really know anyone who knows or cares about these Minecraft ARGs and stuff. You know what would be cool? Like, if I could interview Weethies himself on this podcast. That'd be cool. Like, that would ever happen though.